Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Foxy298 here, and welcome back to the brand new episode of the F1 Project for you guys today here on the channel. So we are here with the final round of the first season of this F1 project, and this season of this career mode save for the F1 project. And as you can see then, this is how we managed to get on then on our first season of the F1 project. Of course, if you are new to this series, the aim of this series is we are doing a challenge where we are trying to max out the Mercedes car all in one, and there are a couple of rules in place, so we can only upgrade minor upgrades first. Once we've done those, we can move on to majors. Once we've done those, we can move on to ultimate upgrades. The only time those rules do not come into place is come the end of the season, when we can upgrade whatever we want to upgrade. So, as you can see, durability wise, everything that's in grey is what we have saved, because the durability is going to be the regulation change for next season, and that's all we've done for the durability side this time around. Into the engine side of things, we've done a lot of engine work, and that is mainly because we had to stick to it, because there was only minor upgrades that we could do, and it was all on the engine side of things. Chassis wise, we've started to make some progress because we've just managed to unlock that, so we are now starting to move a bit clear. And then on the aero side, you can see there, we are trying to move closer into Red Bull. Now, what's surprising me is how bad Ferrari are doing. If you look at the engine side of things, Renault are now the second fastest in the engine. Ferrari are down in mid-table. Red Bull's have the worst. In the chassis side of things, Ferrari have got the third worst chassis. And shockingly enough, if you look at the R&D tree now, Mercedes lead the way. Red Bull are in second, but Renault are, excuse me, I've got the hiccups right now, are right behind Red Bull. Haas have also overtaken Ferrari. So a bit of a shock there. To see that. In terms of my power unit side of things, we are kind of on our last legs with all of our components. They're all pretty badly worn. The ICE is on 57%, so that's okay. Luckily, the MG UK, I've got one which is on 41%, so I'm going to use that for qualifying in the race. MGUH, I've got quite a few fresh ones, 56, 60, 75. I've got one on 21%, so I'm going to be using that one. And you can see there, I've got a few fresh pieces, few worn out pieces, but of course we are going to try and do our best in this episode as well. It is just going to be the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and it's still going to be a 25% race. I'm not increasing it to 50 because it's just this solo episode. Of course, it is just this one. If you do enjoy the video, feel free to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here as well. And then the final thing, of course, is for this specific episode, I am once again using the Stealth Black livery. If you don't know what the Stealth Black livery is, well, you're about to see it now because it's going to be on your screens very, very shortly. But it is this one here, the full black Mercedes livery. My favourite one that I've made out of the couple that I've put together. So we're going to be using it. There we go, then across the start-finish line there. To complete qualifying there, it is second on the grid. It's going to be a front row start there, behind Lewis Hamilton, which is fair enough there. You can see we were 1/10 of a second shy of Lewis Hamilton. The Red Bulls qualifying 3rd and 4th, Ferraris 5th and 6th, managing to finish in front of Renault and also the Haas cars there, despite the fact that they are a little bit faster. Now, interestingly enough, I want to have a look at where I lost out to Hamilton. I was down in P4, P5 at some point, so I actually recovered it. I didn't think I did enough there, but the first sector we set, Hamilton did a 16.9, we did a 17.0, so we were just under 1/10 of a second shy. Middle sector, Hamilton did a 39.7, I only did a 40.1, so I lost 4/10 there. Hamilton then did a 37.6 final sector, I did a 37.2 final sector, so I gained all my time. Me and Hamilton gained each other's time by half a second or so in the middle and final sector, and in the first sector, Hamilton picked me by 1/10 or so, which is why he obviously got pole. So fair dues to Hamilton. He'll start the final race of the season on pole, and I will have to settle for second place. But, of course, I'm always down for a race, so I'm going to hope to jump him off the line. Okay, so we're on the grid then to start this finale here at Abu Dhabi. Lewis Hamilton does not have a grid penalty, so it means that we are just going to stick front row. But I'm hoping to get a good start off the second and see if I can try and jump him. So here we go. 5 red lights. I mean, that was the fastest light sequence ever. I'm going to get him, though. Frames are dropping. Fabulous. But we have completed the overtake there. It was a great start from us as well. But what's it called? The frames jumped so much that I eventually lost out in the second part of the start, which is annoying. But we still got the position. Hamilton's dropped behind Sebastian Vettel. Vettel in the Ferrari, not that fast obviously, especially with the chassis. So come the final sector, we should be able to really pull out the gap on him. Oops, that's a corner cut warning. It's fair enough. Really need Jeff to shut up in this race. I'm not even joking. He's really driving me up the wall. Hamilton's repassed Sebastian Vettel. Well, Vettel looks like he's coming back at him now. For me, though, the only problem I've got in this race so far is the overall game performance. It's just really not performing well. Vettel has repassed Lewis Hamilton, and he might have DRS again for a second attempt to just pull away from him, which is kind of critical. I mean, you keep fighting. I'll take my opportunity to pull away if you don't mind. If that's okay with you guys. Happy to do that. But yeah, just my PC clearly not up to full performing standards on this occasion. Because it just doesn't feel right. It just feels like I'm lacking frame rate right now. Alright, so here we come into the pits then for our first stop of the Grand Prix, and our one and only stop for that matter. Hamilton's definitely picked up the pace. He's very much improving in terms of his outright speed, and we are going to get held up by the... For God's sake, I've always held in the pits in this game. Oh, for crying out loud. Always held up in this game. It's so frustrating. Oh well, I can't... There's nothing I can do about it. If I'm held, I'm held. Yeah, we're just trying our best to get away, but Hamilton has been coming back at me again, so I don't know. I think that it's tough to say, but I just think that the Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton is a little bit faster around here than I am, which showed from qualifying, obviously. The only advantage I've got is that I'm going to get some DRS here on 2 straights, which is beautiful, to try and claw back some time. So that's one Williams down. And here's the second one out the way. Alright, that probably clawed me back a little bit of time. I'm constantly well over half a second down on the AIs in the first sector. For some reason, they've just come alive in that specific sector. And I don't know how. Like, in qualifying, it was about 10th or so in it. It was this middle sector where I was really just that much slower. But for some reason, they've just now shot up in pace. My final sector pace is still there, luckily. Okay, we're 2 laps from home, but I have a problem. My gearbox, I've lost second gear. And I've only just noticed that when I slid my way through. I'm going to have to just drop into third. I can't go into second. That's great. Hamilton's going to just really close that gap now. That's not good at all. Because there are a lot of corners that need second gear. And I don't have it. Gap's 1.5 now. It was 2 seconds at the end of the lap. So I've lost half a second already to Lewis. This is my strongest sector, this final sector here. And again, I'm just struggling now. Yeah, I need this race to end. I'm just not comfy. Struggling a lot. This is going to be Hamilton's best shot. He has just jumped into DRS range of me. I'm seriously struggling. Tyre wear's fine. I just do not have the outright pace. I've got second gear back, which is nice. Apart from that, I don't have anything else though. Come on. Drag this baby home. Drag this disgustingly worn black stealth baby home. Now, unless I make a mistake, that's the 2 straights covered off. It's going to be this corner here where I've got to care for it as well. And here we go. 2 more corners to go. Hamilton pushed me all race. But it looks like the start was where it was won. And we crossed the start-finish line to win the finale of the first season in this Mercedes. And topping off what has been... I think we've actually won every single race this year of Mercedes, me and Hamilton. Hamilton, yeah, I think so actually. Because I've either finished first or second, or I DNF'd. And every time I finished second, it's because Hamilton beat me. So yeah, Mercedes won every single race in that season. If we had that in real life, everyone would stop watching F1. But I'm just superior in all my content creating that you wouldn't stop watching me unless you have brain damage. Anyway, with that being said, let's go and have a look then at the final race results here for the final race of this first season. I feel like I've just smashed out this first season, but as you can see, we managed to beat Lewis Hamilton. We also got fastest lap as well. It's a 1-2 for Mercedes-Benz. The Red Bull of Verstappen finishing in third ahead of the two Ferraris there, and then the two Renaults ahead, and it looks like Lucas Weber only gained one place from his race start, so he obviously had a very, very difficult race in there. The final championship standings, though, for this season, it is myself beating Hamilton by 68 points, 482 points for me, 414 for Lewis Hamilton. Sebastian Vettel beating Max Verstappen to third place, ahead of Lucas Weber, and then Devon Butler finishing in P6. In the Constructors' Championship, Mercedes with 896 points in one season. That's quite mad. Versus the Red Bull there with 432 points ahead of Ferrari, who are on 425. So Red Bull did end up beating Ferrari in the end. And we're going to go and make our upgrades now ready for next season. They did, and I was better in the final sector, so that was down to my chassis.
You were lucky not to end your race with that crash.
I didn't even freaking crash, love.
Well, thanks anyway.
I don't know why you sound so disappointed. If you were actually a very talented and skilled interviewer, you'd actually realise that I didn't crash and that I was actually supreme in everything that I did, and you're a plum sack, so deal with it. Right, let's go make my upgrades ready for the next Ooh, it looks like Emma's in front of me, being a bit juicy. So what's this mean now for the rivalry? It's 26 to 26. It's getting close now between the pair of us. In terms of the R&D points, though, we are scouring through all of these and all of these. And all of these. And all of these. Oh, we got the team goal as well. End of season bonus. Holy moly, R&D points. 7,000 of them. Oh, my Mercedes, if it won every race this year, it's going to do it again. Holy crap. What you got for me, babes?
Nice job this season. You've
Thanks.
been performing well, and that's putting us in a strong negotiating position contract-wise. Plus, my 10%'s getting more valuable.
Oh, sorry. Thinking about all your money.
Good work next year.
That was a nice freeze frame.
On the podium. It's thoroughly deserved. We were sweating those last few laps on the pit wall, but you brought it home.
Okay, I was just wondering where you just came from then. You just started talking out of nowhere. Right, but we've got a contract negotiation. We can't really... I'm trying to look at what we've... In fact, I'm going to take a picture of my phone, because if you can see my value versus the contract value, I can't really go much, you know, in terms of upgrades, because I want to be cheeky with them. So let's start the negotiation. So, we're going to go second, first, hard. Basically, we're going to match what we just had beforehand, and then change it up a little bit. So I'm going to push this to level 2 and get that back down to none and see if they accept it.
All right.
Yeah, they do.
It's been agreed.
So, pretty much all I did was just upgrade my simultaneous development piece so I can have 3 upgrades per department. And then finally, we can now go over to the R&D tree and begin blasting upgrades onto this thing with 7,000 R&D points. So, we're going to go straight away and get this onto the car. Thank you very much. We're going to get this onto the car. Thank you very much. We're going to get this onto the car. Wait, what? Unable to develop part. Are you taking the mick? Well, that's just ruined my plan. I've just... Yeah, well, I tried to back out and do the ultimate upgrade for the for the chassis, and I kind of cocked it up. It didn't work. That was a stupid thing to do. Well, never mind. Can't do that then. Well, let's just go and do what I can do. Obviously, I did do the contract piece in there. Oh, that's a bastard. And I can't even do it because I got to do the... Oh, I'm such an idiot. Okay. Such an idiot. Right, so then we're going to do... What's more important? Fuel consumption? Not really. Let's just do ERS. Let's do double major. And then what we'll do is we will slap on some of these to make these cheaper. So let's slap on one of those. Boom. And then we'll slap on one for the chassis side then as well. Just like so. There we go. Right, so we've spent 7,000 R&D points now. We've got 2 major upgrades, 2 minor. You can see what we're going to do. We're just going to make this thing a beast, basically. And we would have had an ultimate bloody upgrade if I wasn't such an idiot. But, yeah, well, there we go. That's me being an asshole. But if you guys have enjoyed today's episode, feel free to drop it a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here as well. We managed to win 15 out of the 21 races. Lol. And, of course, we're going to select ourselves a new rival. Let's pop on Verstappen in there. And I'll see you guys next season. Take care all. Peace.